There you have it, people, here. So, Santiago Bernabéu behind me, as you can see.
Hey, we have to wait.
What a crazy feeling to be here. Look at Santiago Bernabéu. Just right there. Let's go and
where
get
we
the
got
closer
pumped
look
by
to the
Getafe,
stadium.
bruv.
Real Madrid cooking session tonight.
That's Mbappe's head in real life, mate. That's Mbappe's head in real life, mate.
I miss you, Mbappe. I miss you. Barca still hold.
You can only dream, man.
From 1956, look at this one. This one is Alfredo Di Stefano jersey. The match worn from 1956.
The stadium where we got we are so shit. We are so shit.
What's going on, my friends? And as always, welcome back to the Football Matrix channel. The Madridista special is back. Last time, though, we had Barcelona cooking session on this channel. Today, I think we need to have a Real Madrid cooking session on the channel with all four of us, okay? Big up Mawada Dali, big up Carnage as always, big up Dave, yeah? Producer of the intro, Mawada, big up Dave as always. But how's everything, guys?
I'm doing good.
You're doing
I'm
good?
doing good. I've come to acceptance, so
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, we're accepting mediocrity at the moment.
Yeah. Like I've already come to the realization that we're not going to win a trophy this season. So, like, what am I be upset about right now? You know, we lose to Celta Vigo, then of course I'll be upset. But until the games are played, I'm calm, bro. There's more to life than football. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I went outside and like as the young kids say nowadays, I touched grass. So life is beautiful. Like Real Madrid is not everything. So
When Real Madrid are getting pumped, mate, I'm getting laid. That's it, mate. Simple.
Congrats on the sex, Dave. Congrats on the sex. Hey,
Big up, Dave. Big up, everyone. Big up.
I mean, you know where to go from that, but what I was gonna say, it is important though. Like Will said, to touch grass. Life is bigger than just Real Madrid. With that being said, we are shit right now.
Gone. Look, I would say tonight we want to touch on all the problems that are going on at the club. To be honest with you, I've had enough. If you heard my halftime call with Carnage during his watch along, I went on a mayhem because I've had enough. All right, I'm not gonna be sitting here and accepting back-to-back season of embarrassment. Okay, back-to-back season of suffering. I'm trying to focus on my life. I'm trying to focus on my job. Okay, I have an important job. I treat real human beings, all right? Real Madrid is playing with my mind. Every time somebody mentions sports in general, I'm suffering inside. I can only think about Real Madrid and everything that happens at this club. Once again, I done the dumbest mistake that every Madridista can do. Before the season started, I was sitting here and thinking, yeah, okay, we had the shit season last year. We're going to bounce back. Okay, this is Real Madrid. We're going to bounce back. We're going to show character. we're going to go on a revenge arc. We're going to win the La Liga, okay? We're going to shut Barcelona up. We're going to show them who we are. After we beat them the first El Clásico in the La Liga too, I was like, this is what I'm talking about, Babara. Real Madrid going to win the La Liga this season. Real Madrid is back finally. Even with Kylian Mbappe, we're going to be winning La Liga. We're going to be winning trophies. We won the El Clásico in October. Immediately in November, what happened? Everything capitulated immediately. All the problems started at Real Madrid. All the Real Madrid players being a menstrual cycle, Mawada, permanent menstrual cycle. Yeah, all of them just PMS, just want to fight with everyone, want to fight with the manager, want to fight with the board. Nobody want to play as a team. Everybody just being fucking individuals at this club. And then I'm watching the game yesterday from Barcelona. I swear on my life, I wish we played 10%, 20% of the football that these people played yesterday. I haven't seen Real Madrid play a game like that. I don't even remember for how many years. Maybe last time we played like that was like the La Décima final. Like the last time I can like truly remember, like we threw the kitchen sink and everything at the team. I really tried to go and grab a goal.
It was
maybe La Décima final. What do you say, Dave?
Yeah, man. Like I mentioned last year's Copa del Rey final because we came out and we were really like hungry for the victory. Obviously, we got beaten at the end. I don't want to talk about that, but I do want to talk about Madrid's attitude on the pitch. It stinks. There is no hunger from the players. You get me? There's no desire to win anything this season. I don't know. It's just, I said it on our own podcast. I said it's kind of like the disconnect between the fans and the players. In modern football, the main thing is to have the fans there because it's the only thing that really makes the club now what it is. Because the players, they get paid, not just in Real Madrid, but so many teams around the world, the players get paid exorbitant amounts of money. So there has to be the fans there to connect with the players. And if the players don't want to show anything to me, why do I need to give a shit about them? I honestly don't give a crap about them anymore. Each and every one of those players, the only one I really care about is maybe Courtois. And hopefully he has a long like life at Real Madrid, obviously going down as one of the best keepers in the history of this club. Brother, he's the only one that deserves it at the moment on the pitch.
But he's like 33 as well, you know?
Yeah. I know, exactly. But the situation is what kind of legacies are what kind of legacy are the other players building for themselves currently in this club? What legacy do they have? They have no legacy. I'm going to tell you right now.
I would disagree. I think, some of these players have won the Champions League. So I think they do have that kind of backing. Now, what have they done this season? Nothing. I think, Dave, I would agree with you. I think they're just kind of going through the motions right now when it goes on the pitch. They're just like, let's just get these 90 minutes done. Let me go back to my mansion back in Madrid. Let me drive my supercar home. Let me go do this. And they really don't seem to care whether it's get the ball to Vinny and just hope to pray that we get something individual brilliance out there. That's all we can get. We have no team play. We can't even make a pass when somebody's 5 yards away from us. It's too much, not enough every single time. So it's just disappointing to be seeing. And it's these players individually, I think, are brilliant at times. As a collective, trash.
But I have a question though, okay? And all of you guys can give your thoughts about that. How can Barcelona be the team that won all the domestic trophies last season, going into this season, all right? How is Barcelona still looking like the team that is hungry to win trophies and win all the games and have dignity? And how is Real Madrid coming off the season that we just had? And we still don't give a shit about anything. These people don't want to have any legacy. What's the issue, bro? Like, what's the main problem?
I think it's the manager. I think that's the biggest difference. And I think Barcelona are also just more balanced than we are in terms of like the personnel. They don't clash with like what they already have, if that makes sense. And then you add on Hansi Flick, then I think, they are just a more balanced side. Like look at us. Got a striker that don't want to play as a striker. He wants to stay on the left wing, right? We have like Arda Güler, who, in my opinion, and I mean, like, he's been good to start off the season, but he's not like as aggressive. He's not really goal scoring like that. We have no right wing threat. The midfield doesn't have a player that can control it or, like dictate the tempo. We've had a shit ton of injuries once again, right? Trent has missed over 20 games. Militao has been out for a majority of the season once again, right? Left back, Alvaro Correa has been decent. Housen, who we brought in over the summer. I mean, you're coming from Bournemouth, and now we're expecting you to be Real Madrid's best defender. It's not realistic, right? I think like Housen should have been coming in. He should have been like a rotational player because we should have had somebody more established already here that he can learn from. So I think there's different factors like into why we're struggling. I don't think it's because the players don't care. I mean, of course they want to, like, what player does not want to win trophies, right? Like, of course you want to win trophies. Like, I don't think that they want to go out there and get whistled. But this team we have is full of talent, right? Because you look at individually, like, these are phenomenal players. But as a team, as a unit, it just does not work. It's just too many similar profiles, injuries, and we don't have a manager that I think these players respect. We saw it with Xabi Alonso. We see Arbeloa. So I feel like it's just multiple different things. But I don't think the players don't care. I just think the squad in general is just not good chemistry-wise. They clash too much. That's the problem.
I would agree with. I was going to say I agree with a lot of what you're saying. I think the thing is the intensity. If you watched the game yesterday with Barcelona, they knew the second that game started, they had to be like full go, 100 miles per hour the second that game started. In Real Madrid, throughout this season, we have seen it where we're down, we're losing a game, we're drawing a game, and we just lack intensity. We lack that drive to go find that winner, go find the equalizer, whatever it is. And that's what I felt, again, against Getafe on Monday. Yes, we had a couple of chances there at the end. Franco whipped in 2 balls that we probably should have done, but we are still walking out there. We're still lazy out there time after time. And even getting a result yesterday, or 2 days ago, getting a point might have helped in the long run, but I don't know. I just see it time and time again.
Yeah, I don't see Real Madrid with any kind of sense of enthusiasm. I actually don't think these players want to win fucking jack shit. I'm gonna be honest. I don't look at them and say they want to win anything. They don't care, man. They don't care. They truly don't care. Because for them to just walk down the tunnel after a match, that means they don't care. They don't care for their own kind of well-being at the club. It's like, okay, cool, sack me then. That's their attitude. That's the attitude of the players. It's like, okay, cool, get rid of me then. Fine, whatever. That's what their attitude is now. It's like a whatever approach, where they're going to matches, and we got Celta Vigo on Friday away, who, remind you, battered us in the Bernabéu. They battered us, mate. They absolutely outplayed us, mate. Big time. Not just a scoreline. They actually physically outplayed us. And then we've got teams like Elche and then all these upcoming away games as well in the run-up to that new camp game, Espanyol, Betis. Bro, we're not going to do anything. Like, I can't give my anything to this team anymore. They can go and get flipping stuffed, mate. Yeah? I don't care, mate. They can go and get stuffed, mate. They don't care about any singular Real Madrid fan out there. They don't care about the fans. They don't care about the fan base. They don't. And neither do the club. The club don't care about the fan base. And the players don't care about the fan base. The manager don't care about the fan base. It's all about washing these players' ego, mate, to massage their flipping cabeza, mate, their flipping head, mate. Do a couple of head massages here. Give the towel here, mate, to Vinny. Here, Mbappe, here's your flipping shoes. Let me kiss whatever part of your body that you have, mate. And then flipping, go and play a football game. Yeah, exactly, mate. That's what it is, man. Yeah, go and play a football game, and then they can do whatever they want, bro. That's it. They go on the pitch, and it's just basically, okay, I'll just put 11 players on here, and there's no philosophy behind Real Madrid. Real Madrid haven't historically had a crazy philosophy, but from my time watching Real Madrid, and for our time watching Real Madrid, especially Zidane's era and the Ancelotti's era, the early 30s, Real Madrid have always been a very good quick transition team. They build up the ball quickly. We go quick flying wingers on the side, and then we just pass it into the middle, into the striker, whether it be Benzema or if Cristiano Ronaldo's in the box, or if after that era you had Jude Bellingham in that Champions League era. He comes obviously into the box as a centre forward / shadow striker. with Vinny Rodrigo, whatever it is, and then we just have flying wingers and we pass it in the box. That's it. But now, obviously, Xabi Alonso, I don't know if he's part to blame for it, but we just literally just like, what is that, man? I don't understand. We're just rotating the ball around the box and we have no idea how to break it down. Atletico Madrid are one of the best defensive teams in Europe. Agreed? Yeah. One of the best in terms of how they approach a game. Yeah. Barcelona, they went flying wingers. They went around the defense. Yeah. Including Yamal, including Rafinha as well. And they were fizzing crosses into the box. And nobody was in there at times, but they managed to find flipping goals. Yeah. Somehow. We knew Atletico Madrid were just going to be camped in the box. So why can't Real Madrid, like this season, we look at all the teams that we played low block against, yeah? We have struggled to break these teams, yeah? And it's because we have no genuine creativity. There's not a player, and not even Arda. I like Arda as a player, don't get me wrong, but the situation is he gets very flustered at times. He has no creativity in area where you can say, okay, I'm going to chip a ball here or pass a ball in between the line or break completely the defensive line. Like, for example, Pedri's pass to Yamal in Villarreal, that kind of pass, you see? Where that pass is vision, bang, straight through the defense, yeah? Or you have players around the world that can do that as well. There's so many examples, but we don't have it. We don't have that creativity. Or a player that's going to be in the midfield, yeah? And see a runner from a striker when Getafe have to, when they obviously Getafe are attacking, they have players up front. They're not just literally having one player up front. They have 4 or 5 players up front. We need to hit them quickly. And we don't. We regain the possession and then we slow it down. So what's the point? What's the point of the football at all? There's no point. We don't have anyone in there that's going to do it. Bloody Tchouaméni makes long threaded through balls for France. Why does he do it for Real Madrid? Why does Tchouaméni do it for Real? Why does Camavinga make over the top the same thing? Like, what is going on? Like, I don't understand how these players can do it on a different match day, but suddenly with Getafe, they don't want to do it. Or Osasuna, they don't want to do it. Osasuna, we were crap, mate, yeah? Just as bad as Getafe, yeah? Celta Vigo, we were crap as well. Atletico Madrid, we were crap as well. Liverpool, we were crap as well. Man City, we were horrific as well. Like, this is genuinely really, really bad for Arbeloa to take 12 games in charge of this club, win 8 of them, and lose 4 of them. That is sackable already. Sackable already. How can you be 12 games in charge and lose 4 games? Sack him now, bro. Sack this guy now. I don't care, mate.
Sack him for what? Then
Sack
what?
him, mate.
Then who you gonna bring in?
He has no clue, bro.
Yeah,
he has no clue, mate.
But who cares? The season's done. What are you gonna sack him for? It doesn't matter who you bring in right now. What are you sacking him for? He's an interim manager. He's here until the summer. There's no point in sacking him. All that you're doing is just setting up the next guy to fail. If you give him the job right now, right? Next manager, I think any manager that would come to Real Madrid right now without getting a summer window, like a mini preseason to be able to implement his tactics, he'd be an idiot. I do think we are over-exaggerating, though. The match against Getafe, let's be honest, bro, we should have won that game. Yes, we lost. Of course we should have, bro. They scored a wonder goal.
We didn't create enough.
Yeah, we didn't create enough. Vinny missed the 1v1,
we had 5 big chances.
Bro, we missed about 4 clear-cut chances that game. What are you talking about? Like, we created about 4 clear opportunities that we should be scoring from, right? Like Vinny, right? Had that 1v1 very early. He should have bagged, right? We also had from the corner, I think it was
Dean missed one.
It was like the 70-something minute. I think it was like Rudiger's header just missed, right? We also had that chance where Valverde, he squares the ball into the box. Vinny and Gonzalo, they just both couldn't get to it. We did create goal-scoring opportunities. We created about 4. We should have scored at least 2 goals that
They were better in the midfield. Getafe's midfield made our midfield look like fucking championship side. Getafe's midfield made us look like amateurs out there. They were pressing us.
I agree.
They were better they were absolutely better in actually dictating the play of the football. They were better than us. Apart from the fact that they were obviously camped inside the box, we know that Getafe are going to do that. So why don't we have genuine creativity? Getafe's midfield were on their game, and the main thing is, Real
Go on.
Madrid, one more thing. Real Madrid, the reason they didn't deserve to win that match is because they didn't want to win the flipping match, yeah? Getafe actually wanted to win the match, so they put players behind the ball and flipping won the match, yeah? They won their match away. It's done. Vallecano, we're so lucky they missed that one-on-one opportunity with Courtois. We would have lost that game as well, yeah? There's ifs, shoulda, coulda, woulda, yeah? There's so many ifs, buts, and maybes, yeah? Like James Redmond says, my famous friend, brother, there's only dealing with absolutes here. And the absolute thing is that Getafe deserved to win that game. They played an outstanding game. They played an outstanding game of football, Getafe.
No, they didn't. They came to the Bernabéu in a 5-4-1. We created about 4 very high-quality chances that we couldn't capitalize. They scored a phenomenal goal. That brother will never score a goal like that in his life. To say that they dictated the tempo of the match, what are you talking about? They barely had the ball. Their midfield, all that they did was defend, and we were still able to create chances. We just were shit when it came to capitalizing. That's why we lost. It's not because Getafe outplayed us. It's not because they looked better. We were the better team. We just did not finish our chances. It's simple as that. But it's not like we went through a whole match and there's nothing that we can point at to say that we should have won. We should have won this game, Dave. Come on, bro. Like can I jump in? Minutes, we were the better. I
completely disagree.
Okay, let me jump in. First of all, it's not Getafe's problem that Real Madrid can't score the chances. Secondly, of course, Getafe got. What do you expect from Getafe? You think Getafe gonna come to Santiago Bernabéu and try to attack? And of course not, bro. They can't be competing with Real Madrid on that level. They know if they want to have any chance to get something out of the game, they need to sit back and stay compact and maybe find a goal from a set piece, I don't know, from a counter-attack, and just stay compact and maybe can nick 1 point or who knows, a rare occasion like last time, get all the 3 points. But what I wanted to say is that the biggest difference that I've noticed between Real Madrid and Barcelona, okay, I'm going to explain to you in this way. There is a unity in the Barcelona team, okay? Everyone is on the same page. These people, they work together. Nobody see themselves over the other one, okay? When they play the game, especially when they play domestic games, they play like they have a chip on their shoulder. Just like Dali says over here as well, 200 people in here like the stream. We don't even have 50 likes, guys. I don't want to be mentioning this in the stream, okay? Just support the channel. Let's get the super chat also before I go on again. So Carnage, you guys played into their game plan. I agree. They invited us.
What match are you guys fucking watching? Like, what match are you fucking watching?
Carlos.
What chance, brother? Okay, all right.
I agree with you, Will.
Hold on. Vinny, 1v1 miss. Okay, they score a wonderful goal, phenomenal. Okay, hold on, because I had to go back and watch because I'm looking at the chat. It's a bunch of fucking idiots. My bad, Matrix. I don't mean to, but like I actually can't believe, right, that I gotta listen to guys that just talk shit. Okay, Vinny, 1v1 chance missed. 74th minute, right? Dean Howson's header goes wide. He connected on it right in front of goal. Goes wide. Hold on. I'm looking at the 79th minute. Franco's cross into the box. Rodrigo gets onto the end of it. Heads it across the goal. Open net. I think this is Howson. He can't get to it. Open net. That's 3 chances now. Hold on. Because I'm just very confused on like what people are watching. To say that we've created nothing that game, you're lying.
I'm not saying we didn't create anything.
Getafe
we created chances.
Getafe did not dictate tempo. Getafe did nothing that game but score an amazing goal. Even with 5 at the back, we created. We just were shit when it came to finishing. That's why we lost. Like, it's nothing more than that. Like, what are we doing here?
Look. I want to say this as well. I think the reason that we lack creativity in the team, all right, is because there is no clear plan for like these creative players. Yes, he has the quality to find the pass, but there has to be a game plan out there. Okay, it's not like Pedri every game he's freestyling out there. He knows how the attacker is gonna move. He knows how the team is set up. He knows where to look to find the attacker, because these people are drilling the way that they play on the training pitch. When you watch Barcelona play football, you don't see these guys holding on to the ball for 3 minutes and trying to find the option. He already knows where the guy gonna be, in which space. He just lays it off. That's why the build-up play is so quick, okay? If the players are familiar with each other's movement, then the build-up play gonna be quick, because you don't need to look up and scan and think 3 hours before you want to find your option. Pedri, he gets the ball. He knows where the next guy is. He knows where these people are gonna move, what type of spaces they're gonna create for each other, where he should look to find the long-range pass, where he should look to release, for example, Lamine Yamal or Rafinha. For us, there is no game plan. We are back to square one with Carlo Ancelotti. We are still, again, we are freestyling out there. What frustrated me so much during the Getafe game as well. Yes, we created all of those chances, but I saw the performance itself, terrible. We couldn't even play basic football. Once again, I'm seeing our midfield can't even pass each other for 3-4 straight passes. We have no build-up play, nothing. How can we expect players like Arda Güler and these people to find a pass out of nothing when, first of all, there is no movement from our attackers. Everybody just standing still. Getafe is defending deep with the 50 man back there. Our game is so predictable as well. Barcelona, they ain't gonna only hurt you from the wings. They can hurt you centrally. They can hurt you from the deep with Pedri laying long ball as well. So these people have different options. Real Madrid just nullified the wing, and that's it. Real Madrid is done. That's why it's so much easier to defend against us. Go on, Dave.
Yeah, no, it's the reason I say that they dictated it is because when you have a 4-man midfield, and we're talking about Getafe here, and they nullify your central areas, the threats of central build-up play, that means they dictated the game, because then you only have one option. You only have one option. Scumbag crosses into the box, and hopefully something goes in. The only thing that was genuine out there that went directly through the center was Thiago pressing, and then obviously Vinny had the one-on-one chance. It's the only thing that we did down the center of the pitch. So Getafe, the reason I say they dictated is because they completely dominated our midfield by virtue of their setup. You don't need to hold the ball for 10 million passes to dictate a game. It was always Real Madrid chasing the game, because Real Madrid had to break down Getafe. And that starts from their midfield, because they were Getafe weren't camped inside their box when Real Madrid had the ball in their own half. Getafe was stepping up high. They weren't really camped completely deep. The only time they were deep is when Real Madrid were lumping in crosses into the box. But Getafe doesn't need to hold a ball for 10 million passes to make an effect. They had one chance, one opportunity, and they took it. That's it. Finish. I know it was a worldie strike, whatever, and it flew past Courtois, and we were like, bloody hell, what a goal. But what did Real Madrid genuinely do before that? Pretty much. Until that goal went in, then Real Madrid start stepping up the tempo. Then they start passing quicker. Why does it take until the 80th minute to see a string of chances fly past the keeper? Why is it the 80th minute onwards, pretty much, we start seeing chances flying past the keeper? Because that's Real Madrid in a nutshell. We are horrendous. We have no idea. And Matrix said it correct as well. Like, there's teams around the world, not just Barcelona as well. There's teams around the world that drill passing movement, routines, breaking the lines of defensive play by just virtue of movement, the player movement. And then you have your playmakers that can pass directly through those lines because they know where the players are running. How many times did Pedri do over-the-top through ball behind Atletico Madrid's defense yesterday? They've done it various times. And on the wide, they know where a player's going to be. Yeah, he knows where the player's going to be.
He knew the winger's
does it for
going to be
PSG.
running behind the line. He knew it.
Exactly. Basic teams, also European teams as well. We know Man City do that very often. Man City, how do you think they break down defensive low blocks? Because they pass it directly through the defense. They know where players are running behind. So this is just Real Madrid in a nutshell. We don't really understand what we're doing. The only time that I saw us really breaking down low blocks in Spain is really under Zizou, because when Zizou had essentially his chance at Real Madrid, we were just having flying wingers and they were bypassing defenses for fun at times. Yeah. So when we were looking at, and Ancelotti before that as well, where they actually had your real mavericks of wingers, not these bozo wingers that we have in the club today. These bozo wingers, mate, that just want to try and run, not one to like 1-2 pass, go behind the defense, not hold on to the ball, 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 lose the ball. You know what I mean? Like 1-2 pass, go, 1-2 pass, go, 1-2 pass, go. Like Real Madrid is so slow and lethargic. I don't understand. Like, how can we be this poor on the ball? Like,
answer that,
yesterday-
Danny. Answer that. Let Danny go. He's gonna leave us soon.
Well, what
Let
I was going to
Danny
say
go.
is that I'll tell you what, that Barcelona win yesterday is one of the most overglazed performances I've ever actually seen. Didn't fucking matter. That's the truth. They don't go on to the next round for the Copa del Rey. Here's the thing. You got a penalty in that game. I thought Yamal was great. Okay, let's throw that out there. Yamal was great. You get a penalty in that game. Bernal is offsides on a goal. And you have one good tap-in. Other than that, you don't really actually equate to anything. Yamal didn't finish that well. Torres was terrible. Rafinha wasn't that good in that game. The best 10 in the world was trash. So I'm hearing all this glaze about this Barcelona performance. And here's the thing. This team is shit too. Is Real Madrid more shit? Maybe. But I just can't be hearing about this about Barcelona. They got smashed a couple of days ago against Atletico Madrid. Okay? In the first half. That team's not that good. Atletico Madrid was holding on for dear life at the end of the game, and they were up 4-0. It was a horrible game plan. But I can't hear that Barcelona glaze. That team's trash.
I do hear like what you're saying though, Dally. In terms of, I do disagree. I think Barcelona were phenomenal.
Yeah, I think so.
Because
too.
when the team is sitting there the whole time though, again, like look at the goals. that they scored,
Getafe
though.
did as well.
Yeah, but like
I'm not. But
like,
here's the thing.
sorry,
This
go
is
ahead.
the difference, real quick. I'm not saying Real Madrid's good, but I'm saying that the Barcelona glaze for that performance, I don't.
Yeah,
get it.
I like okay, like when Barca fans are sitting there saying, "Oh, like that is a performance to be proud of." That like that's cope. I think the performance is great, but the reason that you needed to perform like that is because you were trash, like in the first leg and lost 4-0. So it's not really a performance to be proud of. It's a performance that's expected because you were so bad in the first leg that you had no choice but to come out and play that way. If you played better in the first leg, then you wouldn't have been in that predicament to begin with. So from that perspective, I hear it. But I think what they do need to be given credit for is the intensity which they came out. I've never, like, bro, for the entirety, 96 straight minutes, Dally. They not one.
I will give them the credit there.
One time that game that you could say that Atleti had 2 minutes, 5 minutes where they were comfortable, they were the better team. Barca for every single minute were
the way Atletico Madrid set up that game. I knew it was going to be a failure. Real Madrid did the exact same thing in the Supercopa final, where they're just going to try to withstand and hopefully get a counter goal. That's where they were. It's a horrible game plan. If they would have played them open, it would have been better.
But if we played against Atletico Madrid and Atletico Madrid defending like that against us, I swear we ain't even scoring one goal.
Probably not, because we only score individual brilliant goals. That's it.
No, I know how this is. I get where the glaze comes. Look, the glaze is not about these people won or they are amazing. The glaze is about the mentality that their players show and how they fought for the badge, something that we haven't seen from our players for years, not fighting for the badge, okay? These people actually, they fought for the badge and they done everything
Pedri refused to come off. He refused to come
fight
off.
for the badge the first leg. That's why I think it's a bit glazed.
Yeah, the first leg, look, the first leg they messed up. But look, for example, I'm gonna compare it to 2 games. Last season, we bottled the first leg against Arsenal. Yeah. In the second game, did we have even 30% of the intensity and try to
No.
For
try
like the
to
first,
score a
like,
goal
10
like
minutes.
Barcelona done yesterday.
For like the first,
Nothing.
like, 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I'm telling you, our team lacks hunger. These people, they won all the trophies last season beside the Champions League. They are still playing La Liga and this type of stuff this season like they haven't won a trophy in a decade. This is the difference between their team and us. And once again, these people, there is a unity in their team. These people play as a team. We ain't a team. We are just a bunch of influencers playing football. It's like basically Love Island of football, brother, at Real Madrid right now, okay? With Kylian Mbappe and Vini having a relationship together behind the scenes, guys. Big up, everyone. Let's get the super chat too before I let Dave go again. Big up, Dave. AK Tino says, Carnage is right. Real Madrid doesn't need to improve. Keep going same way, please.
Yeah. You're a Barca fan. It, like, you know, it makes sense why you're dumb.
Yeah.
Like, that's exactly like what I said. Fucking idiot. Like, that's
Yeah.
exactly what I said, is that Real Madrid don't need to improve. Jesus Christ.
It's okay.
Okay, so
I'm
yeah, go on,
leaving
go
real
ahead.
quick. I was just gonna say,
Yeah,
guys,
go.
Fucking that
Been a
bum is your
pleasure.
profile picture.
I
as well.
appreciate
bro.
it. Smash the likes. If you're mad, argue with your mirror. I'm out. Big up. Hala Madrid.
Big up, Dali. Big up, Dali. Okay,
Um,
Dave and Carnage.
Yeah.
Go on, Dave. But after you're finished, we're gonna just touch on one brief thing, and then we're gonna wrap it up too. All right.
Okay, cool.
Let's
Yeah.
get this
So-
one too. Big
So
up,
basically,
big up, Magar.
One difference that is between Real Madrid and the top sides of Europe, and we saw it last year as well in the Champions League. We're seeing it this year as well. There is always a hunger to play football. You understand? So even PSG Monaco in that playoffs, they were like, both teams were like absolutely hungry to win the game. They don't really care. You know, they're just going to go all out. Yeah. And they play each other, obviously, in Liga. We've seen, obviously, Man City, Arsenal this year, decent match as well. We've seen teams that go and try and win. Like, even if you're like Liverpool is one perfect example. Yeah. They lost against Woes. I know they're really poor. Yeah. Sometimes, but they always try to flipping go for the win. They try it. They always try it. Doesn't matter. Real Madrid, it's like they don't want to. They just basically play just for the sake of playing and hope for the best. That's what it is, and that's the difference in mentality. Real Madrid, the values of Real Madrid is what is just a few things. They don't really have that many values, but one of them is the hunger to win a game. Real Madrid have always been that. They always want to win a game, regardless if they're shit or they have a horrible team. They're one of their main values to win a game. The next one is to fight with everything in your flipping body. Yeah? To win. Yeah? Fighting always, every single minute of the game. When I see players come out against Getafe and they don't even want to even pass forward, they just always run the back and trying to, like, that's no fight at all. That's just basically basics of football. It's basics of football. They try to do it the best that they can, and that's it. And then they hope for the best and see what happens, yeah? Look, with, like, Thiago, he was good. He was decent, good, yeah, on the match. Not mind-blowing. Not absolutely mind-blowing. But you saw him a little bit hungry because he's young. He comes from Castilla, comes into the team, and he's showing a little bit of signs of that desire to retrieve the ball or regain possession, when no other player in the team would do that. Not one singular player. Valverde used to be that player, and he's bouncing from game to game as well, trying to do the usual stuff. But last season, he was the only player that we all rated was a good Real Madrid player, because he was trying to regain possession, trying to fight for the game, trying to do this, he was the only player in the whole flipping squad that tries to do that. But you need 11 of those. You need 11 of those on a pitch. If one is out, then do you know what really affected Barcelona yesterday as well? Ferran Torres up front. He was the only one that I saw in my mind. He didn't want to fight for nothing, man. He was just like, hey, I'm just here on a joyride. But 10 other players they wanted. Yeah, he's so passive. 10 other players they wanted on the pitch. Real Madrid is only one player on maybe one individual match that wants to do that. That's the main issue that I look at, yeah? It can be boiled down to the manager and his tactics and his philosophy. There's no tactical awareness from Arbeloa. I'm sorry, there's no tactical awareness from Arbeloa. He doesn't actually know what he's doing. That's factual, yeah? But the players on the pitch, you need to have 10 hungry players, apart from the keeper, to really make an impact on the game, to really be great in a game. And we didn't see that at Getafe. We didn't see that Osasuna. Osasuna, like, there weren't 10 there was only maybe 1 or 2. And that's the main issue. There's never a full team of, even if a player is trash, they would try everything in the fiber of their body to win that game. Even if they're trash on the pitch and they know they're performing horrible, just make something, do something, you know? And that's the problem with Real Madrid for me. There's no hunger. There's no desire. Real Madrid said it correct. There's no hunger, desire, or character in this team. There's none of those 3 things. When you don't have those 3 things, Real Madrid are broken. And they are fully broken because they don't even know what to do now. Like, Celta Vigo, have I ever in my lifetime ever thought that Real Madrid were going to lose a match so many times as this season? How many times I'm thinking before this match, oh, Real Madrid could lose, Real Madrid could lose, Real Madrid could lose. I've never, ever felt like that. Apart from last season and this season. I'm predicting losses. How are we predicting losses as Real Madrid fans? That is shambolic. I predict many losses to come. Many losses. I'm not being ultra negative, but the situation is, like, I'm not on Sam's level, like 6-1 Man City. I don't believe it's going to be that crazy. But I believe losses will come. And that's the problem. Like, there's too many in a season to really, truly fight for La Liga. That's all I got to say.
Yeah. I do think, so the reason why it's hard for me to, like, hear, like, slander is because I think as Real Madrid fans, I do think that we are a little dramatic. Like, none of us were making YouTube videos back in 18-19 season. But I can just tell.
I wish we did.
The same people that are in the comment section, they would have been saying that we were done after that three-peat, right? 18-19, we were trash. They would have said that we were done, right? Zidane's last season, I know that we barely lost La Liga. I think it was like 3 points or something that Atleti won it over. They would have said that we were done then too. I really remember these conversations about, oh yeah, Real Madrid have no future. All their stars are old players, etc., right? I don't think it's as bad as people think. I believe the main issue is that we are unbalanced. That is it. It's just a matter of, will the board have the balls to sell maybe like 1 or 2 big name players? I don't know if they will, but if you think about it, right? For example, January window is there. I think this is where Florentino Perez has to hold smoke because Mark Gahey, 20 million, was available. Immediately comes in, improves our defense. I don't have to see Alaba in 2026 starting games if we would have signed Mark Gahey. You look at the midfield. Okay, we don't have that deep lying playmaker. We're missing that Cruz profile. Ruben Neves was available, 15 million. We could have signed these 2 players, greatly improve us for under 40 million. You imagine if we make those 2 signings, I don't think we're having this conversation right now because I do believe that we would be a lot better on the pitch for it. So I think, right, whenever Real Madrid, because we've dominated for so long, right, because people aren't used to seeing us in this kind of situation, everybody piles on, right? But, like, this is why I can't hear it from Barca fans. Like, they don't win Champions League. Brothers, as of right now, there's only one team that's won a UCL since we have. It's PSG, right? At the end of this season, we're not going to win it. It'll be 2 teams. But we're acting like we haven't won UCL in fucking over a decade. We're acting like we've been trophyless for – it's just this season, right? Like, whether you rate the fucking the UEFA Super Cup, Intercontinental Cup, it's still major trophies. You have to win the UCL to win those, right? This season, yes, trophyless. But people trying to run this narrative, it doesn't matter whether you rate it or not. UEFA makes the rules. When you go on Real Madrid's official website, when they're listing our honors,
we won.
They list those trophies as honors. They're not talking about the preseason trophies, right? So what I'm saying is people overdo it. And that's why I get frustrated, right? Like, imagine fucking Barca fans talking.
But we don't.
What is a Barca fan talking for? Because out of both of our clubs, you went trophyless last. 23-24, you won nothing. We won La Liga. We won the UCL. You have a phenomenal season last year. And now we got to suck up to Barca fans. This is what annoys me, right? Like Real Madrid fans move like cucks. The minute that things go bad, oh, Barca this, Barca, fuck Barca. They're shit. We're just worse. That's the problem. Barca are not good. They have a great manager and they have players who are hungry. This is where I give them credit. But they're not clear of Real Madrid. They're not. Look at it. We talk about how garbage we are. All the Madrid fans, you guys have been watching longer than me. Global Madrista, this is the worst Madrid side since the mid-2000s. Yet Barcelona are only 4 points above us. But they're just this amazing side that we're supposed to just suck off. Stop it, bro.
It's not about look.
It's
not
crazy.
About sucking off Barca or anyone. It's not about sucking off Barca. I don't even care about Barcelona fans right. I don't even think about Barcelona fans right now. Right now, I think about my club. All right, and we are not overdoing it. When you go and lose all their Clásicos, when you get dog walked in the Champions League, and then the season after that, I still see zero desire, zero passion from the players. We are still in a shambles. We still ain't gonna be sniffing no trophy. That's not overdoing it. That's just demanding more from the players because we are where we are because we had players that didn't let Real Madrid get embarrassed in the way that we have been getting embarrassed since last season. Okay, we had people that actually defended the pride of the club. If we just brush it to the side and say, yeah, we won the Champions League 2 seasons ago, so I should be, but I would never in my life accept the type of stuff that is going on at the club right now.
That's not what I'm saying, right? But my problem is we overdo it. That's my problem, right? Yes,
it's not overdoing it.
This season,
if
bro,
we stay
but y'all are talking like we're never gonna win again. Like this is how the fan base talks, as if this crop of players will never win anything. Okay, fine. So then we shouldn't win a trophy next 5 years. Then how you guys talk next 5 years? I don't expect to see any major trophies.
As long as these players have this mentality that they have right now, and as long as the players have more power in the club than anybody else, all right, we ain't gonna be achieving anything until there is a unity in the Real Madrid squad. Until there is a unity in the Real Madrid squad. Until there is actually fighting mentality in the players. All right, I see this guy getting a corner and then telling the fans to cheer us more. What about you, the one on the pitch? How about you do the job? These people can only clap their hands. You, the one out there, Mawada, on the pitch playing. How about you do it? How about you turn up instead of telling the fans to turn it up more? How about you turn it up more, Mawada? How about that?
Can I ask you and Dave a question? When's the next time that we win a major trophy? Let's just say domestically. When's the next time?
2 years, maybe.
So you think that we'll go 4 years? 4 years of no domestic trophies.
Potentially, yeah.
Maybe we can win a Dusty Cup here and there, but going La Liga, I would say, bro, it's not that we don't have the
Barca win the next 4 La Ligas, essentially, because they won.
No, we're not saying that. Bro,
last season, this season, the next 2. So that's 4 in a row. Barca will do 4 in a row.
Carnage. Okay. I said until I see change in the mentality of these players, we ain't gonna be winning La Liga. If La Liga starts next season and in the first 15 games you are seeing the same mentality from these people as we are seeing right now, don't have any high hopes for La Liga or any major trophy. This is what I'm saying. Now, if 2 seasons back-to-back trophyless can wake them up, that's a different conversation, okay? But right now, if I see the same signs in the players next season as I'm seeing right now, I'm not gonna have any high hopes. And I'm telling you, if we want to truly be back and competing for major trophies, we need to renovate the team massively. And I don't really see Florentino Perez being willing to sell.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, though. It's like
he's not going to sell any of these big names because they are too valuable for him. They are making too much money for him. So he's not going to really let go of his most valuable assets in Jude, Mbappe, and so on.
But why not?
Because
the man let CR7 leave. You think Mbappe is ready to go the line?
CR7 left on the CR7 situation was different, okay? CR7 situation was different. It wasn't because CR7 was poor.
No,
or
I know
something
they
like
had a
that.
falling out. But point is,
Okay.
but point is, if Perez, because when him and CR7 like when they fell out, he could have easily been like, no, like let's work it out or whatever. He let him go. You think like what? So now Vinny or Mbappe, like that's where the line is drawn. Like these two play the amount of legends that he's let leave this club. Vinny and Mbappe is where the line is drawn. Come on.
No, it's not
stop
about
it.
the line is drawn. It's not, bro. Perez used to operate differently back in the days. Okay, he used to have a balance between what's going on the pitch and what's going on outside of the pitch financially. Right now, for the past 2 to 3 years, okay, I would say even the season that we won the Champions League. Remember, we lost Karim Benzema, our number 9 Ballon d'Or winner. We didn't sign a proper striker. We went onto the market and we signed a midfielder in Jude Bellingham because he was the most marketable player on the market, and he was like the future great midfielder of the world. That's why we signed him. Nobody thought that Jude gonna be playing as a number 10, false 9, and play almost like a striker and score all of those goals. And what did we do? We get Joselu, a nobody, on a loan. So already 3 years ago, we had problems moving in the transfer market. He got lucky that the Jude could play up front, and Ancelotti found that the position for him. Otherwise, if Jude Bellingham was only playing as a midfielder, I don't know how the team would have gone. Let me just get super chats also, because we have a couple of super chats, Dave. Okay, let me get the super chats, and then I think we're just gonna wrap it up. Wait, where's this one? Okay, we begin with this one. Big up Magar, he says lots of love for Matrix and Dave, bro. Brother, love to Carnage as well, yeah. Love to Carnage too, brother. Not only for me and Dave.
I love hostility. I don't need love.
Whatever your name is, brother, big up yourself. Thank you for the money, okay? We, I don't know, whatever the hell that is, brother. My United playing also, Madrid midfielders are all average. We need to accept it. I wouldn't say they are average, but those players, all of them together at the same time on the pitch, ain't really gonna work. We need to have different approach.
Sorry, go ahead.
Magar says, Carnage, my bro, chill, say hallelujah.
I don't get it.
This guy again, big up yourself. He says, Vini sucks. Carnage is Vini FC. He's not a fan. No, brother. Be nice. Be nice. Thanks for the money, but be nice, brother. Be nice to he's my dear guest, okay? Be nice to him. Carlos says, Carnage, they are just grounded to reality. They see how it is. We went through it for years with Bartomeu as our president. He has a good point. These people have been suffering a lot as well. Guys, I think we're just going to wrap it up over here. The last thing that I just wanted to show you guys, we're going to be facing Celta Vigo on Friday, and this is the fucking injury list and suspended players of Real Madrid, okay? Just take a look at that, looking like a newspaper almost.
So who's going to be centre back? It's going to be Asensio. Is Asensio back now?
Nah.
Asensio ain't back. Asensio is doubtful for the game too, but these are like
doubtful.
Alaba's injured again, yeah?
I think it'll be Tchouameni and Rudiger.
Yeah, it's Tchouameni and Rudiger. Lord help us, people. Lord help us.
We need Camavinga
Lord help us
to be back. Like
I don't think Kylian Mbappe is going to be featuring properly for the rest of the season, by the way. I think that surgery that he's going to undertake, he's not going to be featured properly for the rest of the season. He's not going to be Mbappe.
Kylian.
I thought that he didn't want to get surgery.
If he doesn't, then he's going to be facing long-term
problems.
Like
while we've been reporting this, I swear Madrid Zone posted while we were on stream that Mbappe is trying to be back for the first leg of City, bro.
No, that's not.
I heard the opposite. Hold
on. I'll drop the link. Hold on. But you guys keep talking. Give me like 1 second. I'll find it.
Guys, I need to shoot. I got something in the oven, so I need to shoot.
Okay, brother. Big up yourself.
But one more thing before I go. Before I go, one more thing I gotta say is that for Real Madrid to change this around, and people obviously asked me, Will, about next year's La Liga. I honestly think that Champions League is going to be very, very long time, maybe 5-6 years most. I'm gonna be honest.
But that's like
To-
normal
That's what I can
for
say.
most
To,
clubs.
co-
Like,
to
that's
compete
like
with
a
Europe,
normal
to compete
kind of thing.
European stage, yeah, I think there's going to be a pause on that. But anyway, guys, adios,
Yeah.
mate. I got something in the oven. I got to
Big
cook.
up, Dave. Big up,
Yeah.
Dave.
People, bye.
Did you send it, Carnage? Okay, let me bring it up.
Check
Let me bring it up.
private chat.
Let me. Yes. Let me bring it up, and then this is the last
I
thing
think
we're
that's
gonna talk
crazy,
about.
bro.
But a big up yourself, yeah. I thought we're gonna have like a 30 minutes stream. We are live for almost an hour, yeah. But this is what happens on the Football Matrix channel, guys. We are having a vibe. Big up everyone in the chat, guys. We are almost 300 people in here, and we still haven't even reached 100 likes, guys. I bring all the big guns. I bring Football Carnage, Dave, Dali, all of them. Big up all of them. I bring them here. Come on, man. Support the channel, okay? Let me share this one. So what do you say? Breaking. Kylian Mbappe could be back next week for the first leg against Man City. The player is trying very hard to make it back in time, and the club now believes it's possible. But we're not gonna leave this guy alone before he gets the ACL, right?
Yeah,
he needs
bro.
to get the ACL too,
Bro. He's not. No chance does he play next week, bro. No chance. But with the medical staff that we have, who knows? Who knows, bro? Maybe they'll just, Matrix, you know, like when you were sick as a kid, you know how like your mom would just give you like some Vicks, like some like the paper rub. They'll probably rub that like on his knee, and they'll tell him, go score some goals, bro.
Real Madrid.
Finished, bro.
Real Madrid, don't
back,
be
he's
stupid.
finished.
Of course, Real Madrid gonna believe that he's gonna make it. Look at Antonio Rudiger. This guy has been playing on one leg for 2 seasons straight now. This is the second season. We still send him out. We don't care about these people's health. But I'm telling you, Kylian, if you smart, but a World Cup is coming up, okay? If you ain't healthy, don't play. Our season is done anyways. I swear, even with you out there, we ain't gonna be winning the Champions League. Forget about it. Just go and get healed up properly and play the World Cup. We Madridistas, we already gave up on the season anyways, okay? And trust me, bro, I don't want to be giving up already in March, 4th of March, and I've already given up on everything. And the season is done at the end of May, okay? So basically, fucking 2 full more months plus March as well. But this is what's going on at our club. Big up Football Carnage. Big up Dali FC. Big up Dave Talks Madrid as well. And big up everyone, as always, for tuning into the channel. Guys, once again, when I reach 3K, I'm going to have a call-in show. All right? And we are this close to reaching 3K. I'm like 120 subscribers away from 3K. And we are 265 people in the chat right now. So, brother, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, hit the subscribe button, okay? And make sure to like the stream. Link to everyone's channel going to be in the collaboration feature also once the stream has got uploaded. So I guess I'm sure you have already subscribed to all of the guys on the panel. But if you haven't done so, then you're wasting your life. Just go ahead and subscribe to all of them as well. And see you guys again very, very soon. Hala Madrid, y nada más. And hasta el final. Vamos Real, as always. Yeah?
Vamos. 1, 2, 3. ¡Vamos! 1.